Welcome back to the Nafeesa Dangor Show, where, of course, it's all about uplifting people, learning to give back, creating a support structure, and, of course, doing nothing but the positive out there. And this is what the show is about. And today I have a phenomenal gentleman with me on the line. It's Wikus Steyl. He's an attorney at law at Ian Levitt Attorneys. The law firm is representing late Collins Khosa's family and has put together a fundraising campaign to, of course, help the family. Collins Khosa was one of the first casualties of the COVID-19 lockdown. He was killed on Easter Friday following a clash with members of the military and police at his home. A very good afternoon to you, Mr. Wikus Steyl, and thank you so much for joining me on the Nafeesa Dangor Show this afternoon.
Good afternoon, Nafeesa, and thank you for having me.
I think the pleasure is ours. This is what the show is all about. It's about people inspiring others to be able to uplift, empower, and, of course, give back. And I'm really actually very honored to have an attorney like you on the line, knowing that you've gone this extra mile as such to be able to help a family that is in so much of dire need, especially after the situation that they went through.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of people struggle to understand why I am involved in, and please do not take offense to any of your listeners, but the main argument is I am white. Why am I doing this for a black family? But that doesn't matter. A person was killed by the military. Children have lost a father. Wives have lost a husband. The mother has lost a son. It doesn't matter who fights the fight, but these people need help. And I'm glad I was invited to your show for this fundraising issue, because the children have lost a person who bought their groceries and school clothes. So it's really battling difficult for them. So we welcome any help we can get.
And I so agree with you. It's all about humanity. It's about helping a person, a human being at the end of the day. And this is what Salame Media stands for. We're a humanitarian organization reaching out to all those in need. And as I said, for us, it's phenomenal to see, an attorney at law and a company, a law firm as such, reaching out to this family, that not just only through, of course, helping them through their court case, but reaching out and helping them uplift themselves, because, of course, he was the breadwinner in the family, and it's created a very devastating, serious situation for them as such. So let's talk about this campaign that you're running.
Okay, so basically there's two campaigns running at the moment, set up for different types of people. The more formal one is donations directly into our trust account, and for that you need internet banking, or you go into a branch where we're collecting money. And then the less formal one is a backer buddy campaign, which is much easier for most people to use, and those that might not have access to internet banking or to go into a bank account. The backer buddy money goes directly into a trust account managed by a very experienced trustee that I've known for many years as well. And our trust account is audited every year, the same as the backer buddy trust account. Viewers can be assured that or donators, whatever money goes into that account is accounted for up to the last cent and will be paid out to Collins's families. For instance, this morning I spoke to them to get their banking details, because we hope to buy at least some groceries or make some payments as early as tomorrow, just to hold them over for the next couple of days.
Yeah, and this is what it's about, because I think people are not understanding the situation. So paint a little bit of a picture about the family and the situation they're in, so our listeners can understand why it is that they need to support this campaign, and how important it is for them to reach out and empower and uplift this family as such.
Okay, the wonder of Collins as a person was that he's got 3 children, but he was paying groceries, school fees, pocket money for other children, not his children. Just he was a caring person, so he was buying groceries for them, paying their school fees, and now there's 7 children that have lost out on this. I don't want to say income, but this financial support. Our campaigns are focused just on Collins's own children and family, and they need school clothes, they need food. They're all impoverished. They come from impoverished families. The 2 families are in Alexandra, and Collins's mother is in Limpopo. And these are not people of means. I've been to the houses numerous times, and you can see the actual need once you interact with them. The mothers of the children, the one is blind and disabled. She cannot work. The other mother is employed but receives a very small salary, and she was highly reliant on the support from Collins to put the children through school and to pay for the housing and to pay for groceries, whatever children might need. we're busy, for instance, to buy school clothes and shoes for the children, because that is what they need right now. It's winter time and schools are reopening anytime soon. And that's what they need. The litigation might take very long still, and I don't want the families to wait until that litigation's finished before they can again start supporting the children. If we wait for months to come, who knows what if they will still have roofs over their heads. So any donation that we receive will directly go to the families to support the children and his mother.
Most definitely. And I think it's about reaching out there and trying to help make a difference. I mean, he was, of course, like you say, the breadwinner in the family, but not just his family. He was a support structure to other families too. And I think that's what people need to understand. And that has come to an end with of course, very devastating situation that took place. But what does this mean for you and your firm?
For our firm, look, I'm getting a lot of publicity with the media, but that's not what I want. Our firm is known for helping the victim. If you look at our history or somewhere on the internet, you see we fight for victims. I've got many victims of sexual assault, victims that society has cast aside, that normal law firms don't want to help because they don't have the money to pay for the cases. And we don't believe that just because you don't have the money, you're not entitled to your basic rights. And that's what we do. Unfortunately and fortunately, through Collins's case, I've received many other instructions as well of people that have either had family members killed by the military during this lockdown or have been assaulted. It's unfortunate there are so many cases, but we are just glad that we can help them and give them some form of justice. Even if we can't assist, we guide them in other directions or give moral support. But we really look after the people that have been abused, for lack of a better term.
What message do you have for our listeners today?
Support the people around you. Everyone's now focused on Black Lives Matter because of the killing of George Floyd in America. But we must remember that in South Africa, this happens every single day. And it happens mostly to the marginalized communities where other people don't pay attention to what has happened, or it's not reported, or we accept it as a daily occurrence. And that's absolutely ridiculous. People are killed by our own government or attacked daily. And we should not stand for that. We must support each other and look out for each other. Regardless of social stature or where you live, we are all citizens of the country. And if I can help you, or you can help me, or I can help my neighbor, we should do that, especially in a difficult time like now, during the lockdown, especially. People can't work, they don't have food. So any help that we are able to give to a needy person, I think now's our duty to do so.
Well, we really appreciate you taking the time to join us this afternoon. I must say we are very humbled and, of course, honored to have chatted to you this afternoon, to know that a person like you has put yourself in a position and, of course, found that humanitarianism in you. It's very difficult. A lot of the attorneys, are busy fighting other things. This particular attorney has gone out the way. For us, it means a lot because, you don't see this every other day. And I think you've become a role model to others in the sense that to understand that you're using your career for a purpose in order to uplift and give back to others, and we really appreciate that fact.
No, it's a pleasure, and I don't want to blow my own horn, but I hope other attorneys see what we are doing and they realize law is not just about the money. We've got some power, and then use it to help people. You don't only take instructions or files where you can make money. Sometimes put the money aside and just do the right thing.
You know what, Mr. Steyl, you and your attorneys, all your attorneys that work with you have definitely proven just that. And we'd like to thank you for that. And we're hoping that you are going to become our role model for other attorneys, as you say, to, of course, follow in your footsteps, to be able to uplift, empower, and give back in many different directions. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. And we're hoping that our listeners would, of course, start donating towards the Collins Khosa course, because it's definitely a dire one right now. So thank you so much. You do have a good afternoon. And we wish you nothing but the best of success, growing from strength to strength, and of course staying safe during this very difficult period.
Thanks for having me, and thank you for your support.
The pleasure is ours. You have a very good afternoon.
Thanks, Nafeesa. Ciao.
Bye-bye. That was Wikus Steyl from Even definitely giving us some insight. And it's so phenomenal to see, a company like that taking the extra having so much of humility in them, and in of course offering to give back and helping this particular family through this very difficult time. Stay with us. We're going to be back with you in a few minutes.